Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're checking out Atlas Fallen. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, I'd like to thank Deck 13 for providing review code for this. I got it a couple days early so that I could start putting together some content for you. The review embargo is up tomorrow or today at 12 o'clock, so I was able to get this out to you a day early before the game actually launches, and I know I just wasn't going to have enough time to completely finish this, so this is kind of like a review in progress, but I did sit here, and I have grinded out about 4.5 hours of gameplay so that I could at least give you some solid concrete information about Atlas Fallen and what kind of game this is. So let's get started with the main thing. This is a game that I have actively been looking forward to since I seen the preview when they announced it. I am a fan of the Surge. I am a fan of Surge 2. Those are more of a Souls type experience, and this can be too. But they decided to go ahead and give you 3 different difficulty levels. You have story mode, you have normal mode, and then you have hardcore mode. And you can also bring along a friend in co-op, making this a very, I'm gonna say this is, from what I've seen from Deck 13, this is probably their most ambitious title yet. Now, we've all heard about the little preview thing that other content creators were able to take part in. A lot of them were probably, I mean, a lot of people were kind of comparing this to Forspoken. And in a way, you can kind of say that, but if you've been with the channel for a while, you know that I actually loved Forspoken. I thought that was an incredible experience. So obviously, you know, I'm probably going to love this game too. So now I want to talk about this for a minute. Like this right here is all gameplay from the first section of the game. This game is split up into different sections, but this first section is absolutely massive. Lots of exploration, lots of different areas to explore, lots of different things to go out of your way to find, a lot of loot to pick up, different types of gear and stuff like that that you'll be able to find. There's different types of armor sets, stuff like that. I've already found 3 different armor sets in the game to where I'm at. You'll only be able to see the two of those armor sets in this actual video that I've created, as the days go on, I'm going to continue to cover this game. You're going to be getting multiple videos from Atlas Fallen from me. So far, I freaking love this game, and this is exactly what I had pictured in my head when they brought this out. There are some things that you should probably know. Now, I am playing this on the Steam version. I do plan on picking it up for Xbox as well. I'll probably end up buying that one myself. I didn't get review code for the Xbox version, so I will be buying that with my own money, and we will be checking this out on the Xbox platform. But what I can tell you right now, playing this on the Steam version on my 7900 XT 5800X build with 32 gigs of RAM, this game is actually freaking smooth. I haven't ran into any bugs, any glitches, anything like that. Performance has been amazing. The frame rate has been pretty dang stable. At 1440p, I'm over 100 frames. At 4K, I'm just over 70-ish frames, 70 up to about 90 frames per second. Absolutely looks incredible. Now, it doesn't have the highest quality visuals out there. Like, I mean, they don't look like super next gen or anything like that, but they look good. They get the job done. I don't feel like this is a bad looking game at all, and actually I feel like this looks absolutely beautiful most of the time. I kind of was feeling like, oh my gosh, another desert game. But they've been able to mix in, you know, like some lush, you know, green areas, some areas with vegetation, stuff like that. So I've been really happy with the overall world building in this game. And we're going to talk about world building right now for a minute, because the world building is absolutely spectacular. There's really nice verticality in this game, and I really like that. And the fall damage, no fall damage, man. Like it's cool. This game is absolutely freaking cool. Like, you can get around, yeah, like this game is freaking just cool. This right here. So when you're gliding on the sand, the overall feeling to this is very fluid, very smooth. You can turn, you can glide in any direction you want. It really does feel helpful. Like, it feels helpful, and it feels fun. Like, it feels satisfying to be able to fly around on here. Combat is a whole nother different type of at first it can kind of feel like a little bit what's it called, it could feel like, oh man, I've played this before, I've done this before. But the actual amount of character development and skill development that's in this game that I've already been able to find in just my short time with the game so far has got me thinking, like, wow, this is going to be very, very good. Now, the last game that I finished, that I beat, was Final Fantasy 16, and I would say combat-wise, this feels, it's not exactly as like it's not that it's not as good as Final Fantasy 16. It's different, and I do like that. I like the way this feels. Like, it doesn't feel Dark Souls, and it doesn't really feel like it's really it's kind of in between. It's kind of in between that Devil May Cry type combat versus the versus like the Dark Souls combat. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for me to explain this and get it right, because when you play this game and you get in here and you start learning the combat, and you start learning the movement system, and you start learning, how to chain your attacks together, and you start learning it, because there's 3 different weapons, but they have so many different subclasses that once you start putting things together and you start seeing how things work, I don't know. Like, this isn't a game that you're just going to be able to jump into and play for 20 hours and be able to really experience everything this game has to offer, because it feels like it has like a really deep combat system and a really deep character development system that I think it outshines what Final Fantasy 16 was. But it doesn't feel, I want to use the word polished when I'm saying it doesn't feel as polished as Final Fantasy 16, but that's not true, because this does feel polished and it does feel good. It just feels like there might be a little bit too much to try to take in, and like, well, okay, well, here's the thing. It might just feel that way because I've just been kind of going from point to point to point, and I haven't really been able to fully explore, because I'm trying to get some content put together so that I can put this video out. So I'm grateful that I'm going to be taking some more time with this one and like really trying to dig deep into this. Like, I've gotten to the second area now, but I feel like I need to go back and like really fully explore this area, because just playing around with it for the little while I did, and like going around and like finding things and stuff like that, there's a lot of great exploration in this that I want to continue to do, and I feel like that's going to help me flesh out the system just a little bit better, so that I can get better, so that I can make a better judgment on how the overall combat how the overall combat and character design is going to go. So, and I know that this, being not having enough time with the game before having to put a video out for it, it really does, in a way, kind of make it so that I can't give you the best representation of Atlas Fallen. But I can already tell you right now that if you're into those games that are kind of Metroidvania, that have skill trees, that have different types of character development, that have systems like that have, you know, like character build and stuff like that. Like this seems really cool. Like now this is the new armor set that I got. You can upgrade your armor set, you know, to different armor sets, and it'll give you more stats, stuff like that. You can keep getting better armor. And then there's other things that you can like slot into your weapons. They're embers or something like that you can slot into your weapons that you can use on the fly while you're in battle and stuff. And it's very, very cool. But at the same time, in my short time with this, it's felt a little bit overwhelming, to be completely honest with you. I don't feel like I just haven't had time to like really sit down and like really get into it. So I've just been trying to like pay attention to things, but at the same time experience the gameplay and have some fun with it. All at the same time. Like this like I'm so overwhelmed right now with this experience. It's not even funny, man. But I can say, I mean, it's like way past my bedtime. It's almost like 10:40 p.m. and I'm still working on trying to get this recorded and out so that I can have it ready for tomorrow's embargo. But I'm really enjoying this. The systems that are in here, like I'm just like it sucks, man. I wish I had more time with it before I put this video out. But man, I'm excited about this. I'm excited to build some more content this week, next week. I'll be working on this one pretty much exclusively. Maybe some other stuff, you know, in between, because I'm going to get the Xbox version of this. I'm going to do some Xbox content. So I'm going to be pretty much working on this exclusively, doing some benchmark videos for you guys, doing an Xbox Series S video for you, doing an Xbox Series X video for you, finding like the best settings for you. Actually, I just maxed out the settings and it works fine. Right now in this build, the upscalers aren't even available, so you can't even use them, and like I'm blowing through like frame rate pretty easy. Like it's running this game very well for what it is and for what the experience is. Now I wish I could try out the whatchamacallit, what's it called again? The co-op mode, so that I could have some information for you on that, but I don't have, like, I don't know anybody else that got review code for this, so that kind of is hard to get. But I'm telling you, man, like, if you like these kind of games, like, I think you'll be pretty happy with this. I don't really see a whole lot wrong with it. I mean, the combat is very satisfying. It took me like 4 times to beat this dude, man. Like 4 times to beat this guy. And it was just, every time I would learn something a little bit new, and I would change my strategy up, and I would get a little bit closer to getting him. Like I said, I am playing this on the normal difficulty. And this guy right here, the Marauder, oh my freaking gosh, this guy. But you have this ability to be able to what's it called? To parry his moves. So if you parry like a smaller enemy, like it'll freeze them in their spot. With these bigger guys, you have to do it like 3 times. You have to like block them 3 times. Like I just got him once. You see the ice start to grow on him. He'll swing at me again. I'll block it. And then boom. See, now he's frozen, which is pretty freaking awesome. Like I like that. It gives you a second, you know, to go ahead and get some damage on him. Like you can cheese that. As I got a lot better at it, and the window is pretty generous or whatever on the normal difficulty. But as I kept doing it, and then as I kept doing that, I started getting better at it a lot easier. I wasn't really using the parry until I got to this fight. Like this guy forced me to actually have to use something else that I'd completely forgot about, because it shows you like earlier in the game, and like I'm already this far, and now I'm starting to finally use it. Now down here on the Marauder case, so you see up there in the top left where it has his name and then all his body parts are red, like each section is red. You have to take out each individual section on that, which is kind of, well, it kind of is like Surge 2 and the Surge, where you would target a specific body part. And that's kind of like they brought that system over, but you're not like getting anything for taking out each part. It's just you have to take out each part of the body, which is kind of cool. Like, I do like that. I like how they brought that over. It is pretty cool. It makes you think and stuff like that. Down here under your little health bar, which is the red bar, then you have the blue bar under there. Now the blue bar is kind of like your special ability. Once you fill that up, you'll be able to like hit both the triggers, and then it'll do this this little sledgehammer type deal, like freeze them or whatever. So here's the thing with that, because that's got like a dual purpose. Like, yeah, you can charge it up and you can hit them a little bit harder and stuff like that, but as that charges up, the stronger that gets, the stronger the enemies start to hit you as well. So it's it's one of those things where you really have to like figure out if it's going to be worth it to try to charge it up, because like the harder that gets, see how much life they take from you and stuff, and oh my gosh, it gets to a point where you're like when you've got multiple enemies, it gets a lot harder to manage that than it does if you're just like fighting one-on-one. If you're just one-on-one, it's not so bad. You can definitely, because you can parry all of their moves and stuff. But when you have multiple freaking enemies in the same spot, then it gets a lot harder to really judge that and decide if it's worth it, because even little enemies will start to be able to hurt you a lot more than what they normally would. Now, in terms of fairness, like the fighting does feel pretty fair for the most part. Like it did get frustrating because I was like, man, I just wanted to get through them and stuff, but it was manageable, and it did get to a point where I was like, all right, man, this is pretty cool. I'm having a good time, fighting this dude, and being able to like having to learn how to use some of that stuff is really cool. Normally I would just be able to sit and play this game and not have to worry about that, but seeing as like I want to have a video out tomorrow for you guys so that you guys can see what this game is before you go out and jump out and buy it. I do think this game has got the charm, man. I definitely feel like this is one of those ones that is definitely going to be worth picking up and worth playing for a lot of people. I don't know, man. I'm just as curious as you are to see how the reviews are going to turn out for this one. Me personally, this is the kind of game I like to play. Like, I like these types of games, so it's easy for me to love this. Really easy for me to love this, to be completely honest with you. It's got the fast movement system that I like. It's got the dodge maneuvers. It's just got everything. It's got that hack and slash combat that I freaking love and I enjoy. So yeah, overall this is that kind of game. Like, it's got a big open world, really cool looking set pieces. I'm excited about this game. I'm still excited about this game. Playing it as long as I have today, I'm pretty satisfied with the overall experience so far. Story-wise, pretty dang good. It's easy to follow, and the characters are pretty cool. So that's all I really could say about it. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.